Midnight Mover.
Another guest reviewer. This time it's Uli Jon Roth from the band Scorpions originally, but now obviously involved with other things, aren't you?
Yes.
But welcome, Uli. Nice to see you.
Welcome.
Always nice to have a European in the studio with me, because we usually have British guests. I think you might be the first, actually. But looking very well on only 3 hours sleep, I understand.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm coming straight from rehearsal, actually.
Right. So you're going to have square eyes by the end of these videos after you've done all this reviewing. I know you've got your pen and paper at the ready, so let's get straight into that first video. These are the Bluebells. This is called All I Am Is Loving You. There's a band from South London. They're called Terraplane, and incidentally they're managed by Robert Whale, who used to manage the Kinks, so if Terraplane go the same way, I'm sure they won't be complaining. But Uli, what did you think of the video and the song?
I liked the song. I liked the chorus especially. The video I thought was pretty inventive, like it was done in the studio and they did nice things with it. But I think the producer or the director could have sold the chorus slightly better.
Yeah.
You know, to perhaps an outside location or something else, just another color. That's basically what I think.
Yeah, a lot of performance videos can be a little bit boring, can't they?
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. And a nice guitar sound, though. I mean, being a guitarist yourself, you've even brought in your own guitar. You must have liked the guitar riff going through it as well.
Yeah, it was all right.
All right. It takes an expert to know a really good guitar riff, I suspect. Okay, then, before that, it was the Bluebells with an interesting song, I thought. And there's an interesting story to this video. Apparently, you know all that smoke that was going on in it? Well, the smoke machine broke down, and the manager of the group had to go to a local church, get some incense from the vicar, and actually burn that to get the smoke effect, which I thought was rather interesting. But what did you think of the video?
Well, again, I liked the song, but in this case, I think the video didn't quite bring across the feeling of the song. In fact, I think it slightly went against the song. At first I thought it was quite nice, the Cavern Club atmosphere, Liverpool atmosphere, but then I thought it was slightly on the boring side, especially the colours, you know?
They usually play more up-tempo material. That was a ballad from them.
As I say, I liked the song as such and the music, you know, but it's weird. It didn't seem to fit in with this gig atmosphere. So
yes, I think I agree with you on that, yeah. Okay then, a new band for you coming up next on Music Box. They're called Big Sound Authority, and Paul Weller of the Style Council put this particular lot together. See what you make of this. This is called This House, and as I say, the group are called Big Sound Authority.
I haven't seen them live, but the video starter, I thought it had an excellent opening. It was very, very promising. And then the rest didn't quite come up to that standard, I think, just production-wise, you know. But I very much liked the lyrics, you know, and sometimes I feel like that. So I think it was very good.
Right. Australia is often neglected as far as rock and roll goes. I think a lot of people don't appreciate that a lot of good music does come from Australia, which is interesting because I know that you're very concerned that Europe doesn't actually get, you know, mainland Europe often doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Well, that's what I'd heard anyway.
Oh, I live in England.
Yeah. Well, I suppose in England and in America we're actually a bit more chauvinistic about our music.
True, but they're all chauvinistic in each country, you know. Each country thinks it's where it's at, I think.
Probably right there. Before Eurogliders, it was the Big Sound Authority, and their track was called This House. Quite a brassy feel, an almost Stax feel, soul feel to some of it.
I thought they were interesting vocals, but again, it was a live kind of video. And sometimes they can be a little bit on the boring side, you know.
I think the group are
for me, at least.
Sure. I think the group are very keen not to look pretentious and too arty, so they wanted a very direct effect, which I think did come across there.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right then, in just a few minutes we've got Kashmir, a new group from this country, in fact, and a great dance floor number called Can I? But before them, it's Diana Ross and her tribute to Marvin Gaye. This is called Missing You. Uli, what do you reckon?
I think it was very well choreographed, all the moves, the dance moves, and it was well done.
Very well done. Do you think they captured the atmosphere of the club quite well?
Yeah, they did that.
Yeah.
But again, maybe it would have been nice to have an outside kind of flair to it, here and there, you know. Could have been done without destroying the atmosphere, but I think it's probably down to budget.
That's right, I was going to bring that point
all
up.
of the time with videos, they could be done much better, of course, but they're very, very expensive to do. And
if the single fails, of course, it's been a bit of a waste of money, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Before that, it was Diana Ross and her tribute to Marvin Gaye, which was called Missing You. Quite touching, I thought.
I think there were some beautiful scenes of her. Like, the light was really nice, and she's a great singer. Yeah.
And it really brings home the sadness of Marvin Gaye's death as well, doesn't it? Very sad indeed. I loved some of that early footage of her and Marvin,
it was
the old
nice.
Motown days.
Yeah.
Very, very good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, before we go into the next video, I want to ask you a bit about your guitar that you brought in. You designed it yourself, didn't you?
I designed it myself, yeah.
And as a result, does it sound good?
Well, it sounds good because my guitar builder is a very good craftsman, you know, and he built it exactly after my wishes, and basically took ideas from my best of my older guitars, and so we came up with this totally new Sky guitar, that's what we call it.
Great. Looks quite delicate, actually.
Well, it's very different, you know, because on a normal guitar, you know, stops here, and on this guitar you can play up to 1 octave higher than on a normal guitar. That's why we call it a Sky guitar, you know, and so all this normally, a normal guitar looks like this down here as well. So this had to be chopped away in order to allow me to play up there, you know.
So if you ever get sick of doing the old rock and roll bit, you can always design guitars in your spare time, can't you?
Yeah, I'm not a rock and roller anyway, you know.
All right then, let's get back to those videos now. The Pointer Sisters coming up next with a track taken from the Beverly Hills Cop soundtrack. This is called Neutron Dance.
Everyone been to the bathroom tonight?
Football fans out there, that was Junior with another track incidentally taken from the Beverly Hills Cop movie starring Eddie Murphy. As I say, that was called Do You Really Want My Love? And keen football fans in this country certainly might have recognised Garth Crooks and Mike Hazard from Tottenham Hotspur Football Club there. Uli Jon Roth used to be with the Scorpions, now doing his own thing with me in the studio today. And Uli, are you a football fan?
Not really, no. I think it's a great sport to watch, but I'm not very knowledgeable. I only remember that one game when I was a little kid, England against Germany, the final. Really? Everybody saw that.
The World Cup in '66.
That's what I remember.
England's finest moment. It still brings a tear to my eye, I can tell you. It was so exciting. Junior and the video.
I liked the song, I liked the people and the idea of it, but I think the song didn't quite go with the video. It could have been presented in a better way, I think. There were good ideas and good movements, but it was not quite happening, I thought.
Deliberately corny, I think, the way that he scores all the winning goals and then gets the girl in the end.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, it was the basic idea, yes, but it could have been done better, I think.
Fair enough then. I must say every English schoolboy's dream that, to actually come on a substitute, score the winning goal at the end of the game and then get the girl as well. Never happens like that though, does it? Before that, the Pointer Sisters with another track taken from the Eddie Murphy film, Beverly Hills Cop. Neutron Dance, that was called. I really love the song.
I think it was excellently done, the entire video. Really, really very funny to watch, and all the moves were so nice in time, and it was just really well produced.
Excellent.
I thought it was good.
They've been finding a lot of success both in the States and in this country over the last year, 18 months. I think partly down to the production of the songs because they are so up and so dancey, aren't they?
They're really happening.
Really, really good, great. Wear out your boogie shoes to that one, I reckon. All right then, something totally different. This is nothing to do with funk or soul or anything. It is in fact Whitesnake. This is their new single and it's called Love Ain't No Stranger.